Great. Copy that. Just want to verify. Did you say bearing 060?
Okay, video whenever you're clear.
No. Yes, for the ship move, I mean.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those.
This material in the rock, even when the manganese is broken here, it looks a little bit more consolidated.
Oh, fish. Okay, video, let's go in on the fish.
Get rid of lasers.
This is the mysterious ophidioform.
Yeah, it looks, from this perspective, it looks like it's a little bit longer, but
Coming
I think
back
it's the
down.
same one, just a larger individual.
I wonder if it's like a smaller one of the darker ophidioform that we saw the other, like it's a juvenile.
Could be. Yeah.
Kind of looks very similar, just small.
Okay, video is pretty far down in the canyon. I don't know if we'll get much better. Okay, you can go wide, video. Excellent. So I'm thinking, co-pilot, maybe we should turn back to the port wall because it's tending to be a little taller and steeper. And I don't want to drop down
Yeah, copy that.
in there and get my tether on that, so.
Rotating.
We currently have a move in for 060. Do you want me to change that, or?
Oh, that was the 25.
Yes.
It's almost done by now, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll stay up at more 060 since we are moving that way. So you can turn with me.
Copy, rotating
I
back.
just didn't want to drop down anymore.
Yeah.
Not know what's behind me. But 060 is the general slope to waypoint 2, so be fine.
Maybe there's a loose rock somewhere.
Okay, 060. Yeah, actually, it really consolidates in Sirius somewhere.
When's off bottom time? So it's only an hour. Oh, 2 hours. Yeah, so it's at. Yeah. You could do hour. Yeah. Auto heading's been a little, it's been plus or minus, but almost like 15 today. Not exactly sure why.
So the objective of today's dive was to blah blah blah
actually is
to
dropped.
characterize
Look in the
some of
Titan.
these deep sea coral and sponge
Towards the second
communities.
football, it's definitely almost down.
But actually, this dive
It's
is
just
more
that one part
geologically
between the footballs that's
interesting.
up, it
It
drops
seems to be.
past that, so it's not bad.
Though we found some, soft corals on this dive, and some sponges. Not as many as we were expecting.
Oh, it's been pretty sparse with respect to biology. I would say compared to yesterday, it was probably just as sparse as yesterday in certain places. Despite there being an abundance of hard bottom, there seems to be a pretty thick sediment veneer on top of a lot of this hard substrate that may actually be more just consolidated soft sediment rather than hard rocky bottom.
Laser's coming off.
And the only real organisms that truly enjoy this environment that we've been seeing throughout this dive are the echinoderms. This is an echinoderm, a brittle star.
Yeah, I'm about 6-0. Slope looks slight. Maybe slightly off to starboard more, maybe like 7.5.
And tomorrow we'll be heading to the west coast. We'll be diving just east of Mona Island on a small little seamount.
Do you still want to go back to port? Or do you want to go? Copy. Do you want to rotate a little more starboard to center up sonar?
The depth
Copy
of
that.
tomorrow's dive should be conducive to seeing lots and lots of fishes, or we hope, as it's been reported as being a possible site where fishes like queen snapper can be fished, other deep water species.
Yeah, this site was recommended by one of the fishermen that target queen snappers, so we're hoping to document some of these queen snappers at this site. Oh, here's a couple of those fish. Or two. Pilot, this is Watchley. What is that black dot that we just passed? Sorry. If you're going up. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it's south of the, yeah. It's right at the edge at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's...
Little lasers.
Oh, it's an urchin. It's like the tiniest urchin.
Is it either moving quickly or is that my imagination?
No, it's moving really quick. It's the fastest moving urchin. It's like a formosoma. Has those
Yeah.
sacs. This tiny little pancake urchin.
Got places to be.
Yeah. Can you, thanks, to give us an idea of the size. No, that's okay. Yeah, you gotta keep on it. Thanks.
That's trying to center on 7.5. Think so. Yeah.
Just got debris.
Nice spot.
Seems to be less of these outcrops, more of a smoother surface.
Tough to tell if it's hard bottom or just pretty thick sediment veneer. Not much in this area now.
We don't even see many tracks.
Welcome,
in, like the
co-pilot.
sediment, like we were
Gentlemen.
before.
Video, what's the center screen?
It's a leaf of some sort.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we can go out. So we're in the middle of a 30-meter move.
Copy that.
Did you see the canyon we went up?
I did, yeah. That was pretty cool.
That's over now.
Buenas tardes y muchas gracias por acompañarnos hoy. Mi nombre es Stacy y estoy con Steve Auskovich. Y este es el Okeanos Explorer. Saludos a todos. Están en el ecoexploratorio en San Juan. Hoy estamos explorando la pared este del cañón submarino de Mona. Está en el noroeste de Puerto Rico. Y tenemos más o menos 1 hora y 15 minutos más en este buceo. Empezamos en profundidad de 2.413 metros y subimos hasta ahora, estamos en 2.083 metros. Hoy estamos caracterizando las comunidades que viven en el fondo del mar, como corales y esponjas, y otros animales como erizos y pepinos del mar. Y vimos solamente una especie de pez, no sé cómo se llama esta especie, pero es una ophidiform. Vimos este pez en otros buceos, pero no hay mucha diversidad de animales aquí en este sitio. No sé por qué. Basile. There you go.
Yeah.
Ta, ta, ta.
It's something, right? Some kind of species of crypthelia, which we've been seeing pretty extensively. This is actually the last species I would have expected to see here, because these stylasterids are notorious for being very much anti-sediment. They have a hard time clearing sediment, and so you often find them offshore on seamounts or in areas that are very well current swept. But yeah, it must be pretty well kept free of sediment by strong currents in this area.
Es un coral, es un stylaster, un tipo de stylaster. Crypthelia se llama. Y mañana vamos a investigar en un monte submarino de la isla de Mona. Vamos a buscar cartuchos y otros peces que viven en aguas profundas, profundos.
Yeah. I have exhausted all my resources looking for this fish. Oh, there we go.
I think it might be a cusk eel. Maybe.
A couple more burrows in the side of the wall here, but it's tough to tell if those burrows were natural erosions of the sediment or rock, or if it's biogenically created. I thought we were out of this material, but it seems like here we are right back in again.
Okay, mine.
But at least we're covering a pretty decent vertical
Yeah, I
on
think
this dive.
we should be close to 400 meters.
Yeah, I think we're
Yeah.
gonna either exceed or
So it looks to be what,
go
45?
past 400 meters.
Maybe 50
Or I think
degrees.
close to the end of the dive, we're expected to pass 1,850 meters.
Video, you want to snap this real quick?
There we go, another holothurian. This is one we've seen quite a bit.
Copy that. You can come wide video. You've seen it all
Likely
day.
an Elpidiid or
Thanks.
close relative of the sea pig.
Alright, so I'm 45 degrees in Sirius's camera. I think we're set for another move, right? When was the last move called in? Yo, am I zoomed in on my camera? Ah, thanks. Yeah. 090 west, or other way, east. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I'm coming over now. Who's set up? Yeah. Looks good to me.
Not even seeing that much detritus anymore. It's pretty much just barren rock and sediment. This doesn't seem to be an area where this type of material is accumulating.
There, it looks like this is moving. I don't know if it's, might be, can we do a snap zoom in the middle of the screen?
Yeah, video. Come on, snap.
Might be a sea cucumber. Yeah.
Some
Oh, no,
grass.
so just grass.
Is that all you want?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
So if you've been missing some of these dives or haven't been able to see all the live footage, you can go to the website, oceanexplorer.noaa.gov, Okeanos, and you can find all the daily updates and mission logs. Also, you can see some of the images and some highlight videos that were captured for each day. There's also a nice education portal on the website that has classroom lessons for teachers. Also has content themes, and a lot of this is also in Spanish. So you can visit the website to catch yourselves up on this expedition. Oh, something maybe big.
It's possible that was me.
Oh, okay.
This is the vehicle.
We
Okay.
were getting excited.
Copy that. Oh,
Oh,
maybe it
looks
wasn't.
like a shrimp.
Oh yeah, it was probably that shrimp. Did he have snap it? Yeah, there he is.
Ah, wristed, right? Shrimp.
That video can come wide.
It's the first of the dive, I think. No? See one earlier.
Yeah, we saw one a little bit deeper. But you could see how fine the sediment is after it's still in the water column. Yeah, if we find any loose rock within this last hour, if we could do some type of collection.
Should tap that one on the right with your skid.
Copy that.
Looks like maybe there's a fish right at 12 o'clock, maybe.
It's high up there, but do you want to snap from here? Might not get much from him.
It's a different fish.
Halosar.
It's a halasar. Small, right?
Drifting, yeah, it was a very small one.
Alright, buddy. He's
Drifting
just
somewhat
getting more up
vertically.
there. Come wide.
It's very turbid here, or maybe that's just the light.
Something on the rocks to the right. Centered. Oh. Wash shades. We've seen a lot of these. Do you want any more views of it?
We don't need to unless video would like to get some shots.
What do you think? Copy that. Moving on. Yeah, I think it's good.
Whoa, went all the way to 95, huh?
You want a snap video?
I think these brittle
Sure.
stars have probably been the most abundant thing we've seen on this mountainside so far, or canyon wall.
Kind of derms in
video.
general.
Seen
are
a
the
lot.
ones that we're really seeing at this
Thanks.
site.
Am I fully wide on Sirius? Ah, thank you. Yes, I'm ready. Up to pilot, I guess.
Yeah. Let's go for it.
Got all these loose rocks.
It's another one of those lumpy looking xenophyophores we saw down just at the base of the canyon wall. We thought it was a sponge. I'm now thinking after seeing two, they're likely xenophyophores.
I'm just gonna hit it with my toe. Yeah, copy. I don't think it's loose, but
Pilots, we did see a lot of rocks this morning that when we grabbed were fairly friable and they crushed, and it's mostly mud, so
yeah,
that's also a worry.
Yeah, I just touched one with the toe and it just kind of crumbled.
Yeah.
So we'll move on. Copy that.
I say these like circular patterns in the sediment.
In fauna,
Yeah.
make a lot of weird patterns. Those might be Echiuran traces on the right hand side. Those holes with the striations coming out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Still pretty sparse. This was the site. Oh, that's the most shrimp we've seen in one shot all day.
I wonder what's affecting more the growth of these organisms, if it's the sediment or if it's the fresh kind of rock face, because there's a lot of sediment on
The
draped.
attached organisms.
Yeah. Or the why there not any more attached organisms at the site.
Yeah. It's a combination of factors. The current seems right. The particulate matter isopod to the left.
Yeah.
Off the screen now. The current's right. The food supply seems right. The substrate seems pretty heavily sedimented, in addition to being not well consolidated. Rarely do we ever see deep water corals and sponges encrusting on or growing on consolidated mud. It's usually some form of carbonate or some really solid, some other really solid substrate. And I'm starting to actually think that the manganese crust provides that for the organisms that are attached, rather than the mud underneath, or consolidated mud.
Check something real quick, pilot. Tether.
If you're wondering why we're still on the bottom today, we do have an extended dive. We got in the water a little bit late this morning, but we're here now, and we're going to be diving for the next about an hour, a little bit less than an hour, on the seafloor in the Mona Canyon. We've been having some pretty great weather the past few days, but the weather's not going to hold out. And this north side of the island and the northwest coast is expected to be a little bit
looks like
under
60.
heavy seas for the next few days. So we're going to duck into the
Sorry,
Mona
depth match
Passage,
back.
closer to the island of Mona. We'll be doing some shallower water surveys.
Copy.
It should be 2040. So
Yeah, that's
for
still
10
within
meters.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got something up ahead. Yeah, let's do another. What was it at 9-0? Yeah, I think it sounds great to me. Copy.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
Is that a stick?
Video snap, potential stick. Yeah, so maybe 15 centimeters. Yeah, we've seen them a lot in come wide video. Thanks. Good eye, Copilot. Yeah, they at least they need to be cut first. That
Ooh,
one was
this is
too
something
short.
new. It's a different species of sea star that we haven't seen on this dive.
All right, Video, you want to snap Sea Star? Want to kill lasers, Copilot?
So this is a different type of sea star. And there are small sponges that are far away, but when we are close enough,
Sorry
you
for the
can
wobble.
see they're
Video, kind of
on
just
some of these rock faces.
sitting out here.
They look like small, maybe demo sponges.
Sit down real
This
quick.
looks a lot like a family of sea stars called the Zoroastrids. Although it's a little bit spinier.
Yeah, it's very spiny. I don't know if we've seen this type of sea star before on this expedition.
Usually, yeah, no, we
It's
have
very
not.
spiny.
Yeah. These stars, yeah, are usually associated with mud bottom or soft sediments.
All right, watch aids. Is that all you need?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
All right, Video, if you're happy.
That looks like a
All right.
branching bryozoan below it.
Yeah, I'd bet it's probably this.
Zoroastrid.
In that family, I wouldn't say it's to that genus.
Hey, Steve.
Hello, Chris.
So you are
Did
correct.
I get? Oh, right.
I'm
I'm
doing
learning
my-
something.
Yes.
Copilot.
Yes. In
after
fact,
lasers.
this one's kind of easy because they synonymized almost all of the other species for this genus in the Atlantic several years ago. This is
Come up a
Zoroaster
little
fulgens.
You want me to come
It may or may not be a
I'm
cryptic
just-
species
Oh, you're saying
complex.
you're
There
coming up,
might
yeah.
be many
we got a straight
species,
line?
but right now they're all lumped
Might be a
into
line, might not.
one
Yeah,
widely
you can see it
occurring
coming into
species.
view.
Yeah, it should be
I
in a little
coincidentally was just
Not
writing
that, right?
Not that.
the
See that over
section
there?
in the Okeanos
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything.
capstone paper on this, just
Where's
as
it look?
you came
Doesn't
upon
sound
them. So there's
promising.
something eerie about that. But they're
It's nothing.
they, from what I've observed, they usually sit on sediment
Right.
surfaces,
To the right.
and they have spines that
Okay.
I think dig into the soft sediment, and the gut contents are usually filled with small snails and
looks
other.
too big.
I mean, it's almost a kind of cool way to collect deep sea snails, collect these sea stars, and then look for the gut content because they invariably have small micromollusks in them. But there are
You think that was too
other
big?
we call it carbon studies that also
Trying to
show that
smash
they can get nutrition
That's
from
perfect.
from
smash it. I
the
don't
I
think
think
they
marine
want it to.
snow and from the pelagic areas. So, but they're very sort of old-looking animals, and there are
best
fossils
pass
of
them.
animals
That's
that
nice.
look like Zoroastrids
Next time.
from the Mesozoic. And without getting too much into it, there are lots of reasons why they become very important in
It's
sort
kinda
of discussions
secret,
of
too. I
early
don't know if we'll
fossil
find any good
diversification of
rocks
sea
for it.
stars. So, always a pleasure to see them.
Yeah. They get quite large too. The ones from the Southern Ocean. Or am I thinking
the ones
about
from
something
the Southern
else?
Ocean?
Yeah, I thought I saw a picture of them once. They get quite large. You know, sometimes in excess of a couple feet in diameter. Or am I thinking of a different group?
They can. Mainly, you might be thinking of like the South Atlantic because there are actually. This is one of the odd things about them is that they're not in the Southern Ocean per se, except as fossils. So there are some in the adjacent areas, but I don't know if there are any properly from the the Antarctic region itself. But you're right, they do get quite large, and we have records. We have specimens in the collection, for example, from the South Atlantic, which can be almost a foot and a half across, and they can be. Those spines are really sharp too, and they can even dead ones can nail you. Little pricks here and there. So
yeah,
but definitely sort of a nice thing to see at this depth, because I don't think we've recorded them this deep before from the Atlantic, or from this area of the Atlantic anyway. So anyway, thanks. Still looking forward to the next starfish.
Yeah, hopefully let's have it be late master, and we can call this a commonly observed starfish species.
Actually,
right?
Since you're on.
Well, it'll probably be like we normally do. It's like the last time it was seen is we'll see it just as we're pulling off up into the water column, and it'll be like, we saw it, but there it is. So.
Sponge.
Anyway, thanks a lot. Have a good day.
All right, great. Chris, thanks. Bye.
Thanks, Chris.
Income wide video. I think it's of importance. Thanks.
Copy that, Bridge. Alright, the ship has stopped.
Copy that.
What about like that round black rock that's going off bottom right? Yeah.
Smash it.
Hold on.
Yeah, never mind. From this angle, it looks.
That one? Looks like.
That looks like mud.
Yeah. Never mind. When you're coming up on it, it looked darker, separate.
Another shrimp moving up there, possibly?
Yeah, it looks like it might be two.
So this raises a couple of other questions for me. I wonder if this part of the canyon wall either just hasn't had iron manganese in the crust in the past, or maybe it did have iron manganese crust in the past and it's all kind of fallen off and exposed the underlying substrate to erosion.
To the left there, it's buried a little bit.
Because it's still visible in some places, but it's hard to believe that it would selectively precipitate out on some surfaces, but not others. I think it's just much more disturbance than we previously anticipated before we planned this dive.
Well, actually, do you see anything in here that looks... I can't tell if these might crumble or if...
Yeah, I don't think we can tell until we kind of squish test them.
I can't really get a toe in there. Do you want to try to poke it with a craft or keep looking for something a little more promising?
I think it's worth a poke.
All right, copy that. Is this okay?
I
it's
think
60 right now, but I think we'll...
if Copilot can turn, he should stop swinging soon.
Should be able to turn. Yeah, what's that say? I guess. Okay, I'm gonna turn. Center you up, and then I can swap over if you need it.
Copy. I see it lower a little bit.
Okay, I am looking at you. Turned from 090 to about 45. There you go. here or follow you?
That's fine. You can leave it there.
I can't even see which rock it is on this one.
It's where are lasers at?
I can't see. Can
Is
we
it that one?
Can we dim it? Or oh, it's above. It's up
I
there.
think it's. I think I can reach it.
Yeah.
All right, hydraulics are up.
Oh yeah, that's a lot better video. Thanks. Oh. No, they are not. You ready?
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
you're good.
All we have is starboard. All we have is starboard forward. Sorry, I think all we have is port rock box, right?
I can see one in the starboard.
Moment of truth. Crumbly. Oh wow, that one was super stuck.
Yeah, I didn't see it move at all.
Got a couple more in the air if you want to try them.
Yeah, that wasn't moving with this one.
Wow,
Yep.
these are deceptive.
Huh.
Cement.
See anything else that's decent size?
That one directly under you, but it's only like 10 centimeters. So it's probably not even decent size. Directly under your craft right now, I mean.
Oh, that
Yeah,
little
it's
one?
tiny.
Yeah. No.
Wow.
I watched it. None of those seem to be loose, so unless you see something else, we're going to move on.
That's all right. That's good to know.
It just looks like I don't see anything, yeah. Alright, stone arm. Arms coming off, 3, 2, 1. Arms off.
Hydraulic secured.
Alright. Take your cameras back, and I'm going to lift off.
Okay. I'll follow you around to there.
Yes, yeah.
Cool.
Just kind of transit over.
I see something branching right below the sea star, right on the outcrop of, I think it's outside the screen. I think it's right on the edge of this rock.
Is it down?
Yeah. It's right there. I could see the
Coming
base
into
of
view.
it.
Yeah, copy. Want to come in video?
Yep, that looks like another Candidella. And directly above it, I think I saw another Crypthelia, which is one of those small stony branching fans. This would put another mark into the column of things growing on manganese crust rather than on the sediment or the consolidated sediment or carbonate rock. Interesting. Yep, there we go. Another tiny Crypthelia.
Gonna snap that video.
Oh, there's something.
The sponge?
No, it's something moving that's very strange.
And